Good afternoon from the heart of the territory and Banks community where the Banks community church is. Also, my questions on bathrooms are here too. Somehow in the toilet where we go to have a toilet, or in the shower, or in the Bible. All my questions are all over, and they're all walkabout. Here I've got here connected to Soil internationally. Thank you God and I thank you angels. Here I've got Babylonian uh, Daniel, book of Daniel, Babylonian quest. Babylonian had three kings here, Meshach, Shadrach, and Bendigo. They had three kings, Meshach, Shadrach, and Bendigo. And Daniel was faithful with prayer, with praise. Well, faithful, like faithful with praise. I try to zone in with Daniel if I can. If I can. Yes, I got here one of the best books of the Old Testament, Daniel. I've got here Bacchanatus' second dream. This is a king where the Jews, or the 12 tribes, Jewish, and the 12 tribes got into King Nebuchadnezzar's arms, and he took them in because they had nowhere to go. He took them in as a slave. I'll read what the king say here on his second dream. He had dreams. Kings, everybody have dreams, and he had that big, tall, joint image dream of a man with gold, bronze, silver, and all that, on designing from head to toe. Yeah, I'll read it in Book of Daniel, chapter 4. Nebuchadnezzar the king, to all people, nation, and language that dwell in all the earth, peace be multiplied to you. I thought it was good to declare the sign and wonders that the Most High God has worked for me. How great now, how, how great are his signs, and now mighty his wonders. His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and his domain is from generation to generation. And on bottom part here, I Nebuchadnezzar, where he signed off, I Nebuchadnezzar was at all rest in my house and flourishing in my palace. I saw a dream which made me afraid, and though the thoughts of on my bed and on the vision of my head troubled me. Therefore I showed a degree to bring in all the wise men of the Babylon before me. And Daniel was in that pack, wise men, and that might make known to me its interpretation of the dreams. And of course, there's got the musicians, the astrologists, the also they came to he ordered them all. Doesn't matter what kind of information it was, what kind of information. But this is only for the Jews, because this is only for Jews that are persecuted on high places. I'm not going to say Jews because the one here is persecuted is the Jewish tribe because they're not remembered. So the Jewish tribes must come out of the 12 tribes. So they've been persecuted high and low, and that's where it comes. That's where it comes. A baby welcome in this, a baby welcome in Matthew chapter 1, chapter 2. No, baby's not welcome. When you're a slave to bone, when you're slave to bone, you're on the run. You're on with King Saponakas and with the three Migos, God. And thank you, God, and the angels, because the three Migos have Meshach, Shadrach, and Bendigo with Daniel. And at the time, it doesn't show it, but there's about 20 million Jews in that side of that king when he had them all bunched up in one. 20 million Jews. Just say 20 million. Could add more. So I'm just getting a rough figure. This is my testimony, by the way. This is my testimony because testimonies are important to churches, important to people that are text to, and important people to know God is real. God don't sit on the Bible. No, Jesus sits in the New Testament, but not God. God sits everywhere. Cross Connect News Australia wide.